Hi, today I'll be looking over Lesson 7, Dialogue 2. In the beginning, I'll read over each individual Chinese sentence and translate it into English, while looking over each individual vocabulary within each sentence. At the end, I'll look over Chinese sentence structure and grammar. So the first sentence is, 白银爱你平常来得很早，今天怎么晚? This means that Buying I, you usually come very early. How come you got here so late today? Some of the vocabulary are pingchang, which means usually, zao, which means early, zema, which means so or this, wan, which means late, zaoshang, and zaoshang, which is morning. The second sentence is 我昨天预习中文，早上10点才睡觉，你也睡得很晚吗? This means that yesterday I was preparing for Chinese. I didn't go to bed till 4 o'clock in the morning. Did you go to bed very late too? Some of the key vocabulary are 昨天, which means yesterday, 预习, which means to preview, 中文, which is Chinese, 早上, which is morning, 睡觉, which is sleep, and 也, which means also. The third sentence is 我昨天10点就睡了，因为王鹏帮我练习中文，所以我功课做得很快. This means that no, yesterday I went to bed at 10. Because Wang Peng helped me practice Chinese, I finished my homework very quickly. Some of the key vocabulary is 昨天, which means yesterday, 10点, which means 10 o'clock, 因为, which means because, and 帮, which means help, 练习, which means prepare, 所以, which means so, 功课, which means homework or schoolwork, and 很快, which means very fast. The fourth sentence is 有个中国朋友真好. This means that it's so great to have a Chinese friend. Some of the key vocabulary are 有, which means have, 中国, which means China, 朋友, which means friend, and 真好, which means really good. 上中文课. This means that they are at Chinese class. 大家早，现在我们开始上课，第七课你们都预习了吗? This means that, good morning, everyone. Let's begin. Have you all prepared for Lesson 7? Some important vocabulary in this sentence is 现在, which means now, 我们, which means us, 开始, which means to start or begin, 第七课, which is Lesson 7, and 预习, which means to preview. The sixth sentence is when the students say 预习了. This simply means that everyone has already prepared for Lesson 7. The seventh sentence is Leo, 请你念课文，念得很好，你昨天晚上听录音了吧? This means that, Leo, would you please read the text aloud? You read very well. Did you listen to the tape recording last night? Some important vocabulary in this sentence is 念, which means to read aloud, 课文, which means text of a lesson, in this case lesson 7, 很好, which means very good, 昨天, which means yesterday, 晚上, which means night, 听, which means to listen, and 录音, which is a sound recording. The eighth sentence is when Leo says 我没听, referring that she has not listened to the tape recording yet. Some important vocabulary in this sentence is 没, which means not, and 听, which means to listen. The ninth sentence is 但是他的朋友昨天晚上帮他学习了. This means that, but her friend helped her study yesterday evening. Some important vocabulary in this sentence is 但是, which means but, 朋友, which means friends, 昨天晚上, which means yesterday evening, 帮, which means help, and 学习 means study. The 10th sentence is 你的朋友是中国人吗? This means that, is your friend Chinese? Some important vocabulary in this sentence is 朋友, which means friend, 中国, which means China, and 人, which means people. The 11th sentence is when Leo says 是, which is simply confirming that her friend is Chinese. The last sentence of Dialogue 2 is 他是一个男的，很帅，很酷，叫王鹏. This means that it's a he. He's handsome and cool. His name is Wang Peng. Some important vocabulary in this sentence is nan, which is referring to a male, shuai, which is handsome, ku, which is cool, and zao, which is to be called. Now on to the grammar of Lesson 7, Dialogue 2. The first part of grammar I want to go over is the use of de in Dialogue 2. De can be used after a verb or an adjective and serves as a descriptive complement to a sentence. For example, in sentence 2, it says, 你也睡得很晚吗? The use of de before shui complements the act of going to sleep, which is what shui means. And 很晚 is also describing shui, which means very late. In all, the sentence involving de describes how the speaker is asking, do you also go to sleep late? Another part of grammar I want to go over is the use of jiu in Dialogue 2. Jiu can be used before a verb to suggest the earliness or quickness of an action. For example, in sentence 3, it says, 我昨天10点就睡了, which means, yesterday I went to sleep at 10 o'clock. However, jiu in the sentence signifies the earliness of going to sleep. As in before using context clues, the sentence 2 shows that the speaker went to bed very late. And in sentence 3, it shows the speaker saying that she went to bed relatively early compared to the first speaker at 10 o'clock, which is why jiu is used to signify the earliness of her going to sleep. The next part of grammar I want to go over is use of ordinal numbers in Dialogue 2. For example, in sentence 5 it says, 第七课你们都预习了吗? Which means, did you all preview lesson 7? However, the use of 第七课 is the use of ordinal numbers. 第七課 means the 7th class, and when ordering numbers you have to use 第七. In all, the use of de, jiu, and di are all important parts of the Chinese grammar in Dialogue 2. They help shape the sentence structure of Dialogue 2 and help readers learn more about the Chinese grammar. Thank you.